And good morning, everybody. What's up, you guys? This is IR Vibes, Info Entertainment Reviews, YouTube. Lots of love, heads up high as always. And going into Wednesday, the 19th, July of 2017, currently a little after 3:30 a.m. in Arizona time. Take a look at some latest earthquakes. Now, updating you guys with what is going on currently. And so far, the biggest earthquake starting off in the early morning. First, we have the 4.2 magnitude earthquake, but then it gets bigger. Take a look up over here with a 6.4 at a fairly somewhat shallow 40 kilometers in depth. This was up in the south area near coast of southern Peru. And following by this, you guys, is going to be more shock waves to come along. Puerto Rico, take a look here, for example, 4.3 magnitude earthquake. And this one I've been waiting for to happen, just like I've been mentioning not too long ago. They had tons of threes. And I'm not just talking 3.0s. I'm talking 3.7s, 8s, 3.9s, just so close. They had a 4.0 not too long ago. But being such a small area of land, we all know that they get more affected than these bigger massive areas. So the way that 4.3 had struck the area, that's somewhat having like an example of close to a feeling of a 6 to them because how small these islands are. And that's what's even crazy about it. Now, the shallower that quake would have been, I'm pretty sure it would have gotten a very good rumble out of that earthquake if they didn't on this one. 3.0 striking up in Oklahoma again. 4.95 kilometers, you guys. Nothing in New York area, nothing along the East Coast, surprisingly, because not too long ago, very recent, which many of you seen through all of us forecasters on here, it blew a lot of our minds away too, just because New York never gets any earthquakes. Even that sense was kind of a little bit tripped out too as well, because I mean, hey, New York don't ever get earthquakes. They never do. And usually the East Coast never gets any earthquakes. So it really threw me off, kind of like shocked me, I must say, because that's I can't say when I saw an earthquake in New York or anywhere along through even the other part of the East. Very interesting. But Montana, this is just never ending, you guys. Um, Just like Montana is starting to hit the world records for having earthquakes, almost turning into a California event. Almost seems like. Look at this with a 3.6, and this is actually just 13 kilometers northeast of West Yellowstone, Montana. 3.61 magnitude. You might as well just set it at a 4.0 because that's probably what it was at only 10.51 kilometers in depth. And that was just today, which was a good size magnitude. This is up in Yellowstone. Who knows what's going to happen for the rest of the year left? Are we going to go into 2018 with a more unbelievable events that some to this moment nobody even realizes? You guys, it's bad enough. Fukashima already, they finished dumping. They're dumping. They're probably still dumping because there's such a crap load of liquid. Kevin Blanche did a video yesterday, and I just got done looking at some news about the dump. And boy, did I feel the same way that he does. Everybody would wake up and realize and seriously think, use your minds, because with that dump just changed everybody's lives from yesterday, and including those who are paying attention. There are millions and millions of people who are still not freaking awake, and nobody gives a crap. Nobody. What was just dumped in that ocean yesterday, and probably still continuing to be dumped, that just finished off the rest of the life throughout the whole freaking world. The start of it. It already started back in 2012. 2012 was just the beginning of all this progression to just suddenly uprise just exactly the way we're seeing it today. 2012, you guys, was never what they were saying end of the world. That was just the beginning. And people are barely figuring that out. We are living beyond a freaking global abyss, you guys. And that dump that they dumped in there, all that waste, people do not have a freaking clue of what and where we're headed, which is going to be a super short amount of time. I have a lot of people. I would probably be going off right now, you guys, and I have a lot of youngins too who come and watch, and I try to keep everything basically clean. But boy, just the words I wish I could let out of my mouth, you folks, you have no clue to how this is. Your lives, my lives, everybody's lives, everything living on this planet was now, and it has been, but now is at a higher risk, like nothing ever known of, seen of before in our living history. In history, things are freaking bad, and this dump, I had to say, this is one that actually worries me the most than I think anything else. When it comes to these earthquakes, you guys, all these volcanoes, I tell you what, keep an eye out for next month and the next coming months, because boy, things are gonna really start taking a mass lift off, and I am not kidding. A lot of this radiation in the Earth's oceans, you guys, has so much to do when it comes to changes in this. Imagine what it's like when you dump super acid on materials, and that super acid gets into all the major surfaces and just starts to eat it away, opening gaps to new things, allowing things. Basically, if there was anything inside of there, it's gonna come out. You guys get the fact where I'm coming from on this? So you put it all together, I mean, things are bad, you guys. I'm freaking real. I'm gonna leave you a link to a video. Go check it out. A couple links. Don't forget to please subscribe to Kevin's channel. Go check his channel out. Shout out to DutSense. YouTube.com. Thank you so much for everything as well, because you guys wasn't for YouTube, I don't think to this day, none of us, and of course everybody else who does and runs YouTube channels, wouldn't be where they're at today. So it's thanks to them, and as well to all my subscribers. You guys, thank you so much. Truly appreciate everything, all the great support. Always support you right back. I've been watching a lot of your channels in return. Guys, there's a lot of you who I keep up with, and it sometimes takes time because it's a lot doing the YouTube, it's a lot doing other things. So, but I always make sure to make the time, because there's a lot of great of people who just post just daily of every kind of cool stuff, you guys, and you guys are awesome. So thank you so much. Really enjoy you guys right back. Now, finishing up on these quakes real quick. There's a few things I want to try to get to you guys here later. Also, here's one to get you guys started. Fighter jets were chasing down a UFO. Read a quick article on express.uk. Express.uk usually produces some pretty cool stuff, and we will get into that one later on. But boy, you guys, let me tell you what, fighter jets chasing off an unknown object. That is pretty interesting stuff. We're going to check that out later on. Also, I got another links I'll be leaving you guys down in below the video, so go check those links out. You guys would enjoy it so much. So again, lots of love, and stay tuned because E30 is almost done. And don't forget to check out the Love Live Smile brand, you guys. This quake struck right up in Ostrova region, 5.1 magnitude, only 10 kilometers in depth. And then also take a look up over here, following in this area. Look at this, you guys. China gets a 4.6. I also call this one a 5.0 as well, and hit that at 10 kilometers in depth. And then coming up over here, also take a look what we got. 5.0 magnitude, striking within the Owen fracture zone region. You guys don't know what the Owen fracture zone region is, go check that out, and you definitely get the point where I'm coming from on this. And that's another area, if it starts to keep continuing to rock the way this is with all the seismic activity, this is going to be another problem coming up soon. So hopefully that does not happen, and that's probably hopefully the last quake in that spot. Definitely, we cannot afford to have quakes starting to rock within those areas. The reason why I say this because look at the Fiji, Papua New Guinea, all the way on through Indonesia, all that area. You guys hear me say this every time. That is the weakest plate zone on this planet because it's like a shattered, just like shattered glass. Put it that way, or shattered magnets being held together. Because once something massive enough just would just strike that area, that would be California and then some. Very weak area throughout that whole spot, you guys. And that's why I say hopefully we don't get any more quakes within that fracture zone region. Bear with me as everything's kind of running a little bit slow on this right now. Let's narrow this down. Drop it down to the EMSC. Everybody's been having also, believe it or not, internet issues, and it's not just internet, just devices alone, weird stuff happening. But the reason why we actually recently had a massive sun blast, and it's already been entering into Earth's atmosphere and causing a lot of issues, and we still have quite a bit of some of it coming on through. And I think this one's definitely hitting us the hardest so far that I know of. Boy, we're running slow today on this. Well, you guys, I'm not kidding. This is the slowest I've ever seen this run. Keep an eye out. While we do the update later on. Keep an eye out, you guys, because we'll check to see what's going on with the space weather, just to take a quick look at the sun and see what we have so far. But as of right now, I know it's still up a little bit in the highs for the shock to come on through, finishing up with some more of what Mother Nature has. So, there's a 4.8 Vanuatu Islands falling by. Take a look at this, you guys, also. Not too far away, up in the islands region of Chromatic with a 4.4, 436 kilometers in depth. Unreal. I told you guys we were going to see sixes. I told you guys we were going to see sevens. I knew we were getting close to eights. I mean, holy crap, man. You guys, and I've only done this for so long, but it just being one of those who, when you're so into it, you just have that in you. Well, it was meant to be. I've always loved doing this stuff, so that's why I do what I do for all you viewers out there and all my supporters. This earthquake stuff is really, really great to actually just have the technology on 3D and just be able to explain to everybody, hey, this is what's possibly coming. This is going to happen. Be expecting this or be expecting that. And if I couldn't give you guys at least a near accurate point or give you guys a heads up saying, hey, this is going to happen next week, then of course I wouldn't mention it. But again, I mean, go look back and boy, it just, like I said, I go based off a pattern, you could say. I do a pattern watch. That's what I call it for me. And I've been doing this for the last 3 years now. And it's just amazing because everyone has their own unique way. And boy, and everybody is great, you guys. It's not just everyone's good. We all do our things in our own unique way. But to get together with all the other forecasters and be able to communicate, we rather, hey, you got a heads up, you give them a heads up. It's really amazing. So most of us here on YouTube, believe it or not, we are pretty much supporting all of each other here, you guys. And so it's really awesome. Now, as far as everything going on, though, will there be more 6 magnitude quakes? Are we going to see a lot more 5s? Well, I tell you what, we are. We're going to see quite a bit of activity. Now, one place I'm very concerned is over here in Ostrava area. The reason why I'm saying this because with all the amount of seismic running through that whole area, it's going to do basically another shift like you see up in Fiji and all the areas. It's going to be another big problem. So it's just a matter of time, you guys, until something really starts to give off and then we start running into very more problemos. We really don't want any of that to happen. But what can you say? These earthquakes we cannot stop, and they're going to keep going. They're going to keep rising, and it's going to get worse. And despite that 6.4 up in southern Peru right here, we're going to see a lot more issues to come just because of the quakes, all the movement, and that previous huge, massive quake. Everything has happened. Now for the West Coast, um, go back. We'll use the USGS real quick. Jump on them. As far as all this whole area for the West, and especially Oklahoma for the next few days, they're not going to get any more quiet than what they are. They're going to be getting more seismic activity. Montana, there's a possibility because of what's going on with these quakes. They already had a 4.3. There is a possible event for a 4.5 within the next couple of days. So definitely keep an eye out on that, you guys, because I definitely could see that one happening again. And give it a couple of days, probably be within a 4.5 and possibly no less than a 3.9. 6.4, which again, going back to that quake, it's sending a domino effect. It's going to ripple all the way up, coming into North America. You guys, it's already hit already. It's just a matter of time for California to get a 5 magnitude within the next couple of weeks. No more than 2 weeks, we might just see a 5.0 right along the west coastline, anywhere through California. Definitely on a watch. So you guys will keep on updates, see what's going on with little activity, which will lead into the West Coast if that 5.0 just may strike within those 2 weeks. Coming up over here, again, despite what's going on near Russia, that's going to be another issue for the rest of the far west, all through here. So we'll keep an eye out. And other than that, for Fiji, Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, Philippines, definitely going to be getting some seismic events coming up, especially in the next couple of days, you guys. We're going to be seeing some more 6s in throughout these regions. It ain't done. Keep an eye out. Lots of love. Heads up high. Feet grounded, my friends. Don't forget to always smile, everybody. This is IR Vibes, Info Entertainment Reviews.